What up, tribe? It's your girl Raji, and I'd like to welcome you to my podcast, The Kush Concierge, something for the people, where the evolved hustler comes to learn more about hoodoo, tarot, culture, astrology, and a little bit of everything in between. So, if you were not able to tune in yesterday, the podcast episode, What About Your Friends, is available on Apple, Spotify, and it's also streaming on YouTube. It was pretty good because we were in the Venus energy of pulling back layers on friendships and partnerships, and that could be business as well as family, that you are needing to release to have this rebirth that you are trying to experience within your creative projects and your entrepreneurial, endeavors. And it was just a really good message. So if you guys haven't checked that out, definitely check out yesterday's message and share it, if you feel like it'll help someone else on their journey. Now, today we, today's very interesting because on Saturdays it's all about endings, it's all about removals and cord cuttings, and just really deciding okay, all this shit didn't work last week, these last 7 days, so what do I need to go back in and refine so that I can achieve certain results within my personal and my professional or creative life. And what a really interesting concept of all this is, you guys know we're in the rebirth phase of the 4 quarters of impact, right? So at this particular time, it's almost like we're in labor. We're in labor with the baby, with the project, with the new version of ourselves, with the, with the concept of what we are creating that we want to see come out of the 5D into the 3D, right? And it's so lit, but it was just like a realization moment, because I'm like, why is this moment so, I don't want to say it's painful, but it's one of those moments where you are experiencing moments of discomfort, moments of not being able to fit in certain areas where you were initially. You're kind of in the in-between stage, you're in the darkness, you're in the wilderness, if you say so. It's like you've decided, you putting things into motion, and now you're in labor to see something come forth. And it's just so lit that it's in alignment with the seasons of how a lot of the plants in my garden outside, a lot of the trees in my yard, they're starting to sprout, they're starting to come through, they're coming up from the darkness, they're coming up from their rest and their redemption phase, and we're kind of in the same motion. And it's a lot, because yesterday was the realization of, you gotta love yourself enough to let go of the energies that they haven't grown themselves, so they not interested in seeing you grow. You can't expect other people to see your vision and your journey and where you are supposed to be going. I said this a lot last season, it's not a group think at this particular point. You will develop more tribe, more connections as you go along, but a lot of us are in a churning phase, birthing phase, where we're in labor with this new life. So I just want to let you guys know, as you really dig deep, and you were in that Scorpio energy yesterday of researching yourself and researching projects and really peering into people's fucking soul, do you belong here type energy. Don't feel like you're alone in this endeavor, because you are not. We are all birthing something very new. You've never been to this place before, so don't be too hard on yourself as you hold some grace for yourself as you grieve these old timelines, as you grieve your old self, but just don't sit there, don't stay, don't allow yourself to be just taken over by what you feel like is no longer serving you, or considering that maybe you're making a wrong move because you are absolutely positively not. Anyone who's supposed to meet you, any timelines that you're supposed to be in, if you were meeting that vibrational frequency, you would be comfortable. You wouldn't even notice the need for a change. You wouldn't even desire a different aspect. And I also want to throw this out there as a message that I got earlier. Don't waste your time trying to prove things to people. Don't waste your time casting your pearls to swine. Who's supposed to catch on, who's supposed to get your wave, they're going to get it. Just keep being confident and putting out the energy that you are trying to meet, like not even trying to meet, the energy that you naturally are, so that your true tribe can vibrate towards you, real opportunities can vibrate towards you. Like, allow that shit to come to you naturally, and it will be beautiful. Like, don't cast your pearls before swine. Don't worry about that. So again, today is a great day for like cord cuttings, and really just recognizing that there are a lot of things that have got to fly in the wind, and you can't bring them into this next phase as you birth. The resistance of your projects not wanting to come through, your manifestations not wanting to come through, your creations not wanting to come through, are because you're like setting up this whole new situation, and it's scary and it's exciting all at the same time. Like, it's all the things. But at the end of the day, the more you resist, the more painful that refining is going to be. Let that shit flow like the river, honey. In regards to just the birthing phase of all these things, talk to your ancestors. Today is a Saturn day, and Saturn is all about reaching out to your ancestors. And I just want to put another quick tidbit in your ear. It might not be ancestors that immediately crossed over like in the last 40 years. You know what I'm saying? You might be reaching back to ancestors from like ancient times. So that's a very good like way to look at that, because oftentimes we'll be like, oh, I'm talking to my ancestors from this immediate generational timeline. And I might have mentioned this the other day, but I'm back with it again because it's Saturday and it's Ancestor Day. You might not be, though. They might not have completed their journeys and their missions, and they might not be who you think they are. So, be mindful and take like very much like guidance on who you're reaching out to for help. I'm saying guidance again, but hey, who you reaching out to and who you think is gonna walk with you on this path. Be mindful. It was a very interesting conversation also that I was privy to, that I found enlightening, in the idea that, and I think I even reposted that shit on my TikTok, in the idea that we as indigenous, we as Afro-Indigenous people, period, are worshiping the wrong things, and that is why our refining is so very much interesting. We are not as tapped in with our culture, our original cultures. We are not as tapped in with the deities that we're supposed to be going to for guidance and for learning and, getting taught those valuable tools that we need. We are very much like out of sync with who we are culturally on, all aspects. And a lot of us are getting back in tune. So follow your inner knowing, but also, I know during the redemption season, we looked at our family trees, and I liked to put that there, not so you can, definitely you want to have your altars for your grandmothers and people that passed on, aunts, uncles, whatever. But when in terms of really getting that work in, really doing what you need to do in the spiritual, those ancestors might not be ready to serve that purpose. I had a very interesting interaction with my great grandmother spiritually, and she's not ready to serve that purpose, and she's been passed over for a long time. So be mindful of, like, because a lot of people like weighing on that energy. That energy needs to heal. There's a lot of generational trauma that needs to be worked through in some of our lineages, that these, that has to be done before you can say, hey, give me guidance, give me woo, give me that. Of course, continue to ask for protection, continue to ask for peace. But I feel like I'm not telling you who to talk to or who to go to ancestral wise, because Hoodoo is very much based on our ancestors. But I'm starting to feel like, and I ain't saying I'm starting, I was called to do something different in terms of my ancestral lineage like a long time ago. I just never brought it up. But like, we need to really think about what has happened in our bloodlines, and maybe, just maybe, you want to reach back a little further. Now, your family tree is going to possibly help you figure out what customs and cultures and things like that are more strong for you. So I'm still all about that, like, for real. And again, I'm speaking for a small number of us, possibly. Like, you may have ancestors that are ready to do that job. Maybe that trauma has been healed. Maybe they don't have to cycle back through. You might have ancestors that's ready to do that job. But if you're not, and you find yourself not getting certain results, find yourself like really wondering and feeling uneasy about certain things, be mindful of that, and maybe start to pivot in a way that you not necessarily look towards your immediate family and push outwardly towards your culture. And what does your lineage capture for that? Like, a lot of us are of Muskogee Creek. A lot of us are of Cherokee. A lot of us are Blackfoot. A lot of us, and where did they come from? You know what I'm saying? What parts of yourself are, you connected to roots wise, and then pull back from ancestors that maybe you can, from that culture, that time span, they've had enough time to heal and break through. And always calling your elevating ancestors, because again, y'all hear me say it 24/7, all skin folk ain't kinfolk, meaning that just because y'all was related don't mean they want to see you do the best. They want to see you be at this highest frequency. Maybe you were sent to heal the lineage, and those people might be stuck in their ways. These energies were still like spirits and people who had things that they're going through and things that happen. Just because your family member has crossed over does not make them pure and good and happy and ready to guide. And I know this might be controversial, because it's like, oh, my great granny, but that might not be the case. And I don't want you, during this time span of you getting to know yourself better and getting ready to push through, to be relying on energies that just some might not want to, and some just might not be equipped to do this. So make sure you're doing your due diligence and really studying who you are DNA wise, because you might have to reach way, way, way back. You feel me? You might have to go way, way, way back to get the guidance and the help you need. You might be the first in your bloodline currently to do that. Everybody when wanting to. I find myself, from a personal standpoint, yes, things were practiced. Yes, people knew who they were, but they were resistant in terms of being who they were outwardly. So it's a very interesting journey for me, because the guidance was there in the shadows, somewhat in my face, but not the way that I'm training up my bloodline and my children to be like outright. And that's okay. Everybody got their thing. But I just want you to be mindful of that as you look for community, as you look for tribe, and allow that energy to come and go. There's again, just the idea that these people may not be joining you on this journey. and being okay with it, because the reading yesterday was very interesting because I'm a very open-minded person and I'm loving and I'm open to healing and recovering and things just being like, all right, maybe once upon a time we'll be able to get back right. But a lot of times spirit would be like, nah, and that could have been an arch fucking enemy. That could have been someone followed you from lifetimes ago, meant to destroy your lineage, meant to kill off what you're doing, all the destiny swapping, all the hate, all the envy. You trying to team up with people from lifetimes ago that really don't fuck with you. Okay? So be open to the idea that your spirit team is eradicating your environment of these particular energies, family, friends, business, all. And yeah, that's my team. And when we start this journey, like, it is always going to be, I'm a hustler, baby, period. It's always going to be about the hustle. It's always going to be about creativity. It's always going to be about entrepreneurial growth. But at the base of it all is us healing ourselves and becoming a firm foundation to build on all of these things that we want to see happen. So that's why I like to go through this process with you guys, from and we go from a personal level to a business or a creative level, because it's all encompassed. It's all one. A lot of our ancestors that did this practice, they ran their businesses like right on their farms, right out of their homes, right out, you know what I'm saying? We didn't always have the convenience. They didn't have the convenience of having, or like I ain't gonna say the convenience, because to me, shit, being able to work from home these days is a luxury. So, I think we get back to a lot of that, but a lot of our people didn't work at like brick and mortar. Like down south, that wasn't what we was doing. You know what I'm saying? In other countries, I'm sure that's not what y'all doing. Like, we just during capitalism and during like the time when people were moving to larger cities and stuff like that, and other things were made. It's a time span for that. It's like a historical time span. I can't get it out of my brain right, come out, but y'all get what I'm saying. Like the time span where everybody migrated towards the cities, things got bigger, people made stores, people did this, people did that. So you saw a lot of capitalism, a lot of stuff like that. But that's not how we originated. That's not how it all started. And I was very much on that vibe. But I said all that to say, it all works as one big machine. And that is also becoming something that I'm realizing about this path that I am on as I guide you guys to this place. Like, sometimes I'm kind of like, okay, am I doing too much personal work? Am I talking about money too much? Am I talking about, the creative process? Am I going too much into the hustle? But at the end of the day, it all goes together, especially when you're approaching something from a very authentic place. Now, of course, when you get ready to scale your businesses and your projects, obviously there'll be different levels and tiers of things we will explore. But this particular version of ourselves that we're doing right now, this rebirth, this is a very big deal, because your branding and your marketing and your creative projects have a lot to do with your lineage, who you are, what you love, what your purpose is. So it all goes together. And like I said, eventually we'll break off into different segments that have a lot more to do with the business of it all, the business aspect. And I'm excited for that too. But if you're listening to me, you checking out what I'm putting, you picking up what I'm putting down, just walk with me on this journey, because again, we will get to the part about the money. We will get to the part about the hustle. We will get to the part about, the business and the entrepreneurship of it all. But first, you got to figure out who you are, where you came from, why are you here? Like they say, what is your why? That's a big thing, even when we do business coaching. What is your why? Why are you here? Who are you? What's your story? What's your point? And so I think that we kind of to the point in it all where it's like, okay, now we coming out. So if you just not listening, tap back into a few seasons ago, a few episodes ago, because I am going to begin to specifically address the modalities of now, how you are going to hustle, how you are going to build your business from this particular standpoint. So, yeah, today is one of those last little days that we were to be doing like the deep dive, in the past and in the building. If you would like a private session, if you would like to tap in with me and go through this process, together, we can start from scratch, Obs. But I just want to start maneuvering energetically with the podcast in a way that now we're starting to build up what we're doing, Now we're starting to talk about the tools and the process and what we've got to work with. So, yeah, I said all that to say this a little tribe talk, if you will. So, yeah, say good night to the old you, because the new you is now being born and the new you is ready to walk and build, and everything that you've thought about doing, now we finna get ready to build it. Now we finna get ready to do it. Now we finna get ready to use our hoodoo tools and our spirituality, etc., etc. There will be certain days, though, that we will approach, obviously, because this is just who I am, we'll approach more of like us, just a spiritual coaching standpoint of it all to get our minds right, which will likely be like Mondays, maybe. Mondays. But I could say all this now. This is what is being channeled to me right now. I could say all this now, but honestly, truly, really, whenever the spirits come down and they say, hey, tell them about themselves, I'm going to do that. So, but yeah, I just want you guys to tap into these previous episodes of the podcast, because they're going to be very beneficial for your personal journey. Your personal spiritual journey, So, now that we've done all that, 22 on a timestamp, let's get back into this. What's going on in the planets, the moon, and the stars. So, we know what Saturday means for us. We are definitely tapping into the wisdom of our ancestors, which is why you got that long chat. And we're exercising, pulling in more the energy of having patience for our journey and with ourselves and giving ourselves grace. Right now, the moon is still waning gibbous in Scorpio, but it is going to shift over later on today and be waning gibbous in Sagittarius. Sagittarius is all about the solar plexus chakra. So whatever is blocking that energy for you, deal with that. Utilize these tools, utilize these herbs from these readings that I'm doing, which I'll be posting on Patreon, to utilize in whatever you're going to get done today. For your business, for yourself, releasing, letting go, switching the narrative. Now, Sagittarius is, of course, all about expanding your mind, freedom, obviously. When I think Sagittarius, I think freedom, for real. Starting a diet or exercise program, and also spiritual pursuits. So when you think of Sagittarius really just shifts the narrative. Sagittarius is like innovative, don't like to be held down by rules and constraints, and they just want to flow and really get out there and be their authentic selves. So Sagittarius can't be held down. I have a lot of Sagittarius in my chart. Surprised? Are you? You shouldn't be. But those are parts of myself that I've have to learn how to refine, because in order for me to do what I'm doing, I have to have some type of protocol, some type of routine. And when you get ready to do rituals and get into this type of work, you gotta be open to routine and protocol and respect. You know what I'm saying? So it's a journey. It's like Spirit puts certain things in our charts. It's like if you can beat your chart is the Mario game. if you can beat your chart, then you win. You get to the North Node, you get to the North Star. Confirmation. My other phone beeped as soon as I said it. No cap. But it's true. It's like life is a game and we all are players. Okay, fine. The cheat sheet is your natal chart. Period. All right. So right now, in terms of the aspects, the moon is trending Venus, which is beautiful. They are getting along. So Venus being in Pisces is very, Pisces is a free-flowing sign. And while the moon is somewhat, and I'm speaking on the Sagittarius moon, actually, when I need to be speaking on Scorpio. But Scorpio moon, because it hasn't come up in the energy cycle yet, as I'm saying is, by the time you listen, though, the moon might be waning Gibbons Sagittarius by then, if you're not catching this in the rising. But the moon in Scorpio is getting along with Venus today. It is opposing Jupiter. So, again, very much get out of your ego, step into purpose. Scorpio is a very private energy, a very self energy. They're loving, but they deal with certain things inner, not outwardly, and Jupiter is more jovial, more expansive, more all about the being in everybody's face, community, building, growth. So today, as though that energy has an opposition, make sure you push yourself past it, because sometimes you do need to be by yourself and think, but sometimes you do need to push forward and really allow yourself to get out there and build a community and get that beautiful luck and wealth that's out there. But you got to be willing to build long term and do the work. You feel me? The moon is trending Saturn. It is in opposition to Uranus as well. So the individuality of it all, the culture. So we are kind of, like I said, we're birthing a new phase. So it's like we're in this weird spot, like I said, of being in labor. And it's like, shouldn't I? You know what I'm saying? So that's where you are with it. And you're going to be feeling like this probably from now until the solar eclipse on April the 8th. And you dealing with those shadows now. You dealing with that energy now. And then once that comes, you should have stepped into, if you're doing the work by April 8th, you should have stepped into who you're trying to be, regardless of any retrograde. It's just, a retrograde is just a period of reflection. A retrograde is a period for you to dot your I's and cross your T's. That's what a retrograde is for you. Okay? Now, Mercury is squaring Pluto today. So make sure, because there might be some minor conflicts with how you are communicating, and make sure you're not moving so quickly. Allow yourself to be changed and shifted and refined and transformed. Don't be out here being reckless, being too emotional about things that won't matter in years to come. Allow yourself to move past that. Allow yourself to really change the dynamic of how you plan out your season, how you communicate with people, how you go after your success and your ambition. Allow yourself to shift. A lot of things are being redone in the favor of those who are approaching things from a more authentic standpoint. So don't be moving too reckless just because you want what you want, okay? Venus is sextile Uranus. Venus is conjuncting Neptune. Okay, that's beautiful. Venus, the idea that you're appealing and you're charismatic and you're loving, you're ready to do your thing. So Venus is popularity too. So it's getting along. Your popularity might be found, your ability to relate to others. That's, I say popularity, really that's what that means to me. Your ability to relate to the masses is going to be heavily about your individuality. heavily about you inspiring a generation, heavily about you being content with your process and showing them the journey. That's to me, because Uranus is in Taurus. Jupiter is sextile Saturn. So yeah, we talked about this yesterday. So long-term situations, planning long-term, sowing good seeds, being patient, doing the work when no one's watching. Yeah, that's going to play to your benefit. Continue to have the discipline to wait for what you want. Don't give in to that quick Mercury energy. You want to be ambitious, you want to be successful, but you're waiting for the meat and potatoes of this shit, not the happy meal. Now, Lilith is opposing Venus, so you're doing some shadow work there. We still cleaning it out, baby. We still with that Virgo energy. Lilith is sextile the moon. So the amount of shadow work that you do is directly correlated, because obviously you've got that Scorpio energy still there. So yeah, they vibing today. They like, yes, girl, do that shadow work. Yes, girl, face yourself. Yes, girl, tap in. Yes, find the balance. They getting along. Lilith is trending Uranus. Yeah, so just all in all, allow yourself to go through the phases of relearning who you are and what you want to do, and be open to shifting that energy. Be open to shifting that narrative, and you should be fine. I mean, obviously we're at a point, but again, you've got something beautiful to look forward to, so don't allow your fears to hold you back. Don't allow what people gonna think of you to hold you back, because the ones who matter don't mind. Okay? And the ones who mind don't matter. Okay? So that's that. Step into yourself fully. That's what I keep hearing. And create something around that. It was a good analogy about Beyoncé, which a lot of people, I fuck with Beyonce. Don't get it wrong. I fuck with Beyonce. She do what she do. It is what it is. Everybody got their team. Ain't nobody perfect. But they made an interesting. She's my sister's sign for sun. And I don't know much about Beyonce whole chart. I don't get into celebrity charts like that. But what I will say is they made an interesting point about her being like a creative type person. Like, she really put her heart and her soul into who she is and what she doing. Like, she perfecting it. She see what it is. She love it, and she tapping into it, and she ain't letting go. She got a vice grip on that creative shit. She if she was to say, okay, I'm gonna push this into content creation, man, she be a beast. And I know some content creators that I be reposting that's not like a part of like spiritual community type shit. They're into like fashion. Some are into like music. They really put their heart and their soul into putting out who they are. And what they do in a way that excites their audience, because they're excited. You know what I'm saying? So when you think about the rebirth that we're going through and the process that we're going through, I'm getting chills, so I know this is real. Like, look at Beyonce, bruh. She take her time. She do her research. She plan that shit out. She become it. It is a lot of who she is authentically. Because she pulls from her DNA. She pulls from her heritage, her culture, her family, her neighborhood. Like, that's how she honors those ancestors. You know what I'm saying? So it's amazing what she's doing creatively, and I love it. Like, aside from all the drama, separating the art from the artist, look at her process. Look at how she get down creatively. Look at how she honors herself and her work ethic and what she do. Look at how she chose and didn't turn away, and spirit just reward her over and over and over and over. We got to get past the concept on this note. Now, this might ruffle little feathers. But we got to get past the concept of good and bad and like and don't like. And really get to the bone, the meat of the shit. The meat of it is Beyonce is about what she's creating, and she realized this shit is gonna last well when she go on to glory or whatever happens for her. She knows that this is a time capsule. She knows that she's making an impact. She knows it, and she don't got no problem capitalizing off her gift. You probably can't make her feel bad about not one tap into how much her ticket is, but guess what? She creates experience. She creates like a beautiful thing. And I'm so inspired by that aspect of her, who she is as a person. But she is my sister sign, so yes, girl. Shout out to Beyonce. Did y'all listen to the album? I did. It's pretty good. It's something like, she got some songs I bop, but then it's also some shit you could just let. She got that. This album to me is like you could just let it play in the background. It's like one of those type of albums. You just let that bitch flow. You know, I like it. It's a few bops and then it's a few let it flow. I don't have any dislikes because, again, that country music, that blues music from the South, you be with your grandparents and shit, you know, that's just that music you just let play in the background. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, check it out. It's pretty good if you haven't. It'll do. It's good. But I bet the videos and shit gonna be so good. Oh my God. And people be willing to team up with Beyonce because they know Beyonce about her business. They know the creative project gonna be whamming. Okay. So let's get into what our guys and our ancestors, elevated only. Let's see what our spirit team got to say. Thank you for opening up the roads to communication for us and allowing us to get guidance and clarity and a little bit of tea from you if you got it. You know what I'm saying? Every day ain't about tea, but we get that too. And thank you so much for our gifts. We honor the gift. We don't abuse the gift. We definitely respect it. And thank you for covering and protecting us as we open these portals and these roads to get this information. Okay, let's see what they got for us, y'all. Okay, so we got a lack of strength because strength came out in reverse, so that's Leo. Ooh, we got the mother of coins in the reverse, so somebody's not taking care of themselves. Let's see. Oh, we got the 8 of sticks in the reverse. Somebody is being slowed down in progress. Something's happening here. I'm going to tap in. Oh, Lord. We got the 2 of knives. Somebody is definitely negatively thinking, seeing things bad. Ooh, Lord. Oh, Lord. We got the 6 of knives. Hold up, y'all. Hold up. What's going on? I know we in this phase, but what is going on? Okay. Well, let's see. We can't do nothing but ain't nothing to it. Well, they say how you get through something, go right through it. All right, tell me why we are in strength in reverse right now. Taking risky gambles, perhaps. 4 of coins in reverse. Tell me more. Not allowing a cycle to end where you were taking risky gambles, where you were not making worthwhile investments. Ooh, and it's leaving you in a 10 of coins in the reverse energy, unstable. Oh, my. And it's because maybe you're being impatient. Oh, my. So you got the 10 of sticks finally. Asking the guides and the ancestors for help. Your loads are going to be lifted, but this just their way of letting you know you lack of strength because you made bad investments, and the cycles, you haven't allowed those cycles to end in terms of your financial constraints, your stability, maybe with family as well. But my thing is you're being impatient about this help you're supposed to get. So maybe if you're not doing this, they're telling your ass, don't do it. Tell me about the mother of coins in the reverse, please. So then we got the mother of knives here. And what wanted to come out was that with the Son of Knives, so I'm going to put that there because it flipped all out at the same time. So presently, you are not necessarily focused on yourself and what you're building innately, and you need to be more analytical about your path forward, more independent, making smarter moves, because the Mother of Knives or the Queen of Swords is like a very smart person. She's tactical. She thinks about what she's going to do next before she does it. So the Son of Knives in the reverse is telling you, like, don't be reckless in your decision making right now for your future and for yourself. Now is not the time to be doing that shit. Yeah, you need to be in Empress energy, okay? And the Empress attracts, you know. The Empress is nurturing. The Empress is not harsh. Stern, but not harsh, you know. You need to pull from all places for what you're trying to do. No reckless, crazy energy, though. Move like a leader. Yeah. Tell me about the Eight of Sticks. You maybe were held back because you haven't quite made peace with your past. You haven't grown up. Yeah, still trying to keep up with the Joneses. Still trying to flex for the gram. No discipline. And that's what's causing stagnation. And you're not really thinking about your next moves properly. Four of Knives in the reverse. So it's time for you to abandon these bad habits. Ooh, they getting on a nigga today, ain't she? It's time for you to abandon the bad habits, the Eight of Baskets and the upright. Like, you're not thinking properly about your long-term moves. Like, you kind of, again, moving too quick in that Son of Knives energy. You're not moving like a leader. You know, too much worry, thinking too hard about. You need to stop thinking about what it looks like to other people and grow from this shit. And that's what's causing you delays. That's what has caused delays. So walk away from these badass habits of like trying to show up and show out. Like, walk away from that shit. Tell me about the Two of Knives. That came out good. Okay, so we got the Three of Knives. So, you know, you'll continue to heal. You know, heal from that energy of being negative. Heal from that Two of Knives and the reverse energy of, like, speaking down on your own plans and not having faith in yourself. Being indecisive. Heal from that. Tell me about the Six of Knives. We got the Two of Sticks in the reverse. So, repeating negative thought processes, going back and forth about old drama, that's stopping your progress. It's causing delays. Ooh, we got the Devil card. Why do you always believe? Like, sometimes the Devil card, the Miss Robinson card, is more so about you believing that you, like, can't do some shit. Like, you always assuming the worst was going to happen. And that was Six of Knives in the reverse kind of confirms that you being slowed down because you really got thinking too negatively about your process. So the ancestors want you to the ancestors, like, get it together. Quit being indecisive because you want to blend in. Let me see about this. Yeah, you are, experiencing that stagnation because it's like too worried about society. Not enough about what you're doing. You know, we're supposed to live good, obviously, but it's a realm of living good for you. You know, wealth is all about perspective. Being successful is all about perspective, and you need to be approaching that shit from your perspective, not society's perspective. Like, what does success mean to you? What does wealth look like for you? You know, And that's why it's also a good thing to look into your chart, because success and, coming to your true north node don't look the same for everybody. It doesn't look the same. So, but yeah, your loads though, you got these stresses on your back, but it's just simply because you being impatient. So, things are being lifted for you. You are being granted assistance. The ancestors just want you to get out of your head with that John horse in reverse. Get out of your head. Like, stop fighting against the flow of what life means for you. Ooh, High Priestess in reverse. Stop being impatient. Yeah. Stop being impatient about your plans. This is very much a us message. This is a tribe message right here. They don't want you to be impatient. They don't want you. Stop fighting against your intuition. Stop fighting against patience. Stop fighting against the machine. Generally, when you move in a system of surviving versus thriving, and I've talked about this before, you make bad decisions. So they don't want us to make bad decisions because we're focused on surviving in this climate. Everybody's got their team. And when I say that, I mean everybody got their issue. So my issue might be different from your issue, whatever that means for you. But everybody got their thing that they working with this season, especially with this eclipse energy. And, we're being faced with challenges and redirection. And what are you going to do? So, yeah. Spirit wants you to get out of your head about your plans and your manifestations. Step into your power, work through it, take your time. While Spirit's doing his thing, you need to do your thing. Mother of Sticks in reverse. Again, being pessimistic, greedy. Father of Coins, Mother of Sticks. Ooh. Avoiding proper endings, not seeing things for what they are, which is you need to be committed to and loyal to yourself. Time for you to step into your creativity, which we are in the process of doing. And it's time for you to do what you've been called to do. So let go of greed. Let go of not being disciplined in your creative process. Like, make it more about your purpose. That's what I'm hearing. That Beyoncé reference might have been some tea for us. Make it about your purpose, and then you'll get everything you want out of these. But you got to be patient, and you got to do the work as you build, I know we all have a lot going on, and we want to get to this space. Yeah. So that Mother of Sticks is a workaholic with that Father of Coins because you're chasing money. And then we got the Big House in reverse because you're avoiding something. And that's stepping back into your creativity. So you got to fall in love with the creative aspect of what you're doing. Yeah, 8 of Knives. Fall in love. Decide now, because you're at a crossroads with this energy. You're not quite sure. That's why the Evolved Hustler is such an important mission, because it's like, when you do get to this point, which we all do, like, I'm not absolved at all. You got to believe that you can forge through, and you got to believe in your creative pursuits. Your dream will be supported. You know what I'm saying? You got to stop being your own worst enemy right now. Yeah. No more victim mentality. Yeah, 9 of Knives. The worst of what could ever happen to you now that you are awake is over. The worst is over. You just need to be more assertive about pursuing your goals. And when we say goals, not just the money, like the legacy, what you're creating, what you're doing, what all this means at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got to realize that you can do this. At the bottom of the deck, 5 of sticks. Yeah, you got to have faith you can win. Quit being so negative about this. You know, somebody gonna fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? The old crowd might not fuck with you. You know, but those again are people that aren't supposed to join you. They not supposed to come. It's real. I'm gonna pull for the guys now. This is a Miss Sage. But that 9 of Knives, I mean, they telling you what it is, but at the end of the day, they're also, you know, letting us know that regardless, you've got to focus on having some hope and believing your suffering has ended. You're not going to suffer no more because you're leaning into who you really are. And you will be provided for on this journey because you have purpose. You're not just out here doing whatever for $1. So, you know, people who know that they're guided and supported and they're doing what they should be doing on their highest frequency. They're not worried about certain things. Like I said, the Empress simply attracts by being who she is. Yeah. So, I'm going to see what the guides have to say. The ancestors have spoken. I don't even want to... Oh, God. Yo, eucalyptus for the 3 of Knives. I'm going to put these herbs up, y'all. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, you really got to be determined. Be optimistic about what you're creating, what you're doing. Like I said, approach it from, in that essence, you know, obviously don't be Beyonce, but, and think about, like I said, how she go after her projects and how that provides this lifestyle for her. How her being herself allows her to, like, people really get into her releases because they know she's going to put her all into that shit. Because she love what she do. And she's meticulous about it. Ooh, confirmation, my nose itching. All right. We get a good shuffle in, y'all, as I talk shit. There's a lot of bad habits we need to leave behind. After today, we in the final stretch. So whatever you don't get right and get formed up for this next week, you don't want that shit to follow you after April 8th, energetically. Quit pretending. You know, grow up. Because that's why you've been slowed down. Well. Yeah. Let's see about this 10 of Sticks. We got the Knight of Swords. What I said, right. Gotta slow down, man. Got to slow down. Tell me about to be queen. Making the wrong moves. Page of Wands in the reverse. Being immature. Not allowing yourself to make a full plan. Clarify the Page of Wands. That's what's coming out. Presently, there were a lot of immature moves made. A lot of reckless behavior. Moving too quick. Yeah. You've got to change your way of thinking ASAP. Yeah, there are some burdens here. Yeah, you needed to abandon those habits are causing burdens. You're not confident. The star in reverse and Aquarius could be here. A Leo is here. Aries heavy, Capricorn, Gemini. Tell me about the star in reverse. Yeah, there needs to be a balance. It's time to find balance. That's how you're going to get your confidence back, by finding balance within your life. Tell me about the Three of Knives. So we got the Knight of Cups. I want to say that's the Son of Baskets, which is, that came out somewhere. Yep, the Son of Knives. So you need to be making calculated moves right now. And you need to be being committed and loyal to, like, seeing your vision. Tell me more. Yeah, it's time to make some sacrifices. It's time to make some sacrifices, Pisces energy. Clarify the Nine of Knives. And it's time for you to walk away from people, places, and things that don't serve you. Walk away from those negative feelings and emotions. We got the 6, 7, 8 of Cups. Yeah. Walk away from that old way, baby. Can't stay. They be getting on us. Oh my God. Like, for lack of better words, I've done my fair amount of shedding. But it's like you gotta, like, find yourself and leave some of that old shit behind. So yeah, that 8 of Baskets, 8 of Cups came out twice. Walking away from unhealthy habits. The way you think, what you do, you gotta find balance in the way you move. Tell me about the Temperance. Ooh, addictions. Transformation. The Devil came out again. You gotta embrace it. You gotta get right with that shadow. That shadow ain't fucking playing. Like, shadow, this shadow. Knight of Cups. Yeah. You got to decide to be happy. You know? That's a decision you make inwardly. And then once you make that decision, you got the Ace of Cups. The Spirit will grant you true happiness, true abundance. But you got to decide for yourself, like, I'm going to go towards this happiness regardless. Like, no matter how it looks, I'm going to do this shit. That's what it is. Tell me about the Hangman. So once you make the necessary sacrifices, be it time, money, people, places, things, you'll come into the Wheel of Fortune energy. Yes. Yeah, so recently something was revealed to you about the moves you were making, and it was not. They were too quick. They was too reckless. Yeah, you weren't listening to spirit. Possibly could have been a Taurus involved. The Hierophant in reverse. Tell me more. Yeah. You weren't listening to spirit. This person wasn't listening to spirit. King of Swords. It could be you or this energy. This a heavy spread here, y'all. Yeah, something you like. You trying to release yourself from struggle, release yourself from strife. Feel me? But you do that by you worried. Somebody's worried. Tell me more. Not having no faith. Oh, yep, not having no faith. The Fool in reverse. Scared to take a leap of faith to your true happiness. Tell me more. Scared to make certain investments. Feeling trapped about where you're going next. Chariot. So you need to take a leap of faith towards your happiness, and it caused you to make an improper investment in yourself. Ooh. So it's like not betting on yourself is not good. Yeah. Not betting, not taking this leap of faith caused a minor delay in your going towards making your long-term plans and functions, and because of that now it's kind of like trapped. But Spirit is saying with this Chariot card, keep moving forward though. Be smart, listen to Spirit, quit going based off your own thoughts. And if you are trying to, you need to stop worrying about taking this leap of faith. Just because of minor delays and your finances coming towards you, you know, it's a lot you don't see. So Spirit wants you to keep going. Keep going, keep moving, keep going. Oh, y'all, this a lot. And this just recorded. Oh, Lordy. But yeah, maybe you didn't feel confident because of burdens in your life. So you need to balance your light and your dark. Tell me more about this this devil energy. Yeah, you gotta, what I said, balance your light and your dark. You gotta get grounded. You gotta get committed. You gotta get organized. We got the Hermit. Ooh, interesting. So yeah, Spirit's like, nah, I'm not hearing nobody else. I'm hearing tribe. Knight of Swords info, please. You going towards things that aren't like your new healing path. Like, don't get away from thinking about shit that don't concern you no more. Yeah. Moving too fast, going towards like the fakeness. You got the Empress in reverse. Tell me more. Yeah. Stop that. Page of Swords. Negativity. Not caring about yourself. Not having any type of real love for yourself that you can expound on. Ooh. You was in the sea of lack. You feel like in lack because what you want, that's not in alignment with who you are. So now you need to change your way of thinking. Yeah, especially in regards to your partnerships, that Three of Pentacles, Three of Coins energy. Change the way you think, change who you deal with. Just all of it, boy. Ooh. Yeah. Get more into your goals. Yeah, there was some collaborations that failed and caused some trauma. So maybe that's why you are in a negative thought process. But again, Spirit's asking for you to have patience. Because you're regaining your confidence. You're regaining direction. Your vision. You're regaining your vision. And you're needing to let go of this Five of Cups in the reverse energy. Like, you too concerned with what you lost and you need to be working with what you got. Yeah, we got the Nine of Wands energy here. You healing from a loss of something, a grief. Being lied to, self-delusion, people playing in your face, lack of direction, lack of passion. Things that took away your power. And those are the shadows that you're dealing with. The moon in reverse. Cancer energy. And it was an injustice. Don't get it wrong. So that is why you are, needing to come out of this beggar energy. Tell me about that. Hold on, girl. Yeah, it was definitely like celebrating dealing with people that just didn't fuck with you. That Libra, full moon in Libra, eating our ass up still. So spirit is saying next time, just keep your plans to yourself, keep your money to yourself, keep everything to yourself till it's birthed, and maybe even after then. But what's happening is at the bottom of the deck is the Ten of Pentacles, because I was like, good God. And I was being guided to continue to pull, you know what I'm saying? Let me see about this oracle. So, yeah, how you relieve that stress, just save, be smarter. Don't be moving too quick towards things, you know. Keep going, keep fighting, be your authentic self. Get grounded in regards to balancing your light and your dark. Don't allow one to outshine the other, or vice versa. And in the near future, you are going to have to you're responsible for your own healing. You got to meet spirit halfway. Ooh, this was a long one, y'all, 20 minutes. Ooh. Yeah. You gotta, once you make the necessary sacrifices for these plans that you're trying to make, again, your wheel of fortune will turn in your favor. Let go. Walk away. Start over. Release the unhealthy habits. Whoa, tell me about the Five of Pentacles. I'm in the Four. Yeah, some things are no longer a secret. So yeah, it's a lot of things you need to keep to yourself right now. A lot of more things should be sacred to you. You need to trust the path that you're going at this moment. Trust the guidance you're getting. Stay determined. Don't give up. Don't give in. You're not doing proper self-care. So that's why you haven't been able to hunt. Or maybe you're saying you don't care enough. Oh, you don't care enough about what you're going after. Yeah, that's why it's really important to be into what you're doing right now. Disguise. You wearing a mask. The Empress in reverse. You wearing a mask. Like, you really gotta get into what you're doing authentically. That's the way you're going to find true healing and happiness. Somebody who's not following their instincts because they don't believe that it's a balanced idea and something's not being revealed. Something that's not working. You're not adapted. It's something you got to love what you do. I keep saying that. That's where you find your power. Damn. Not adapting to this shit because you don't love this shit. You gotta love it. You gotta live it. You gotta breathe it. You gotta be Beyoncé. Ooh, I think I'm gonna call this episode Be Beyoncé. Yeah. You gotta protect your investments. Protect what you're doing. Be still. Stillness. Fear. Kindness. Bottom of the deck. We got take your time doing what you're doing, basically. You fear stillness. That's why you are being unable to provide. You fear it. But be strong. Ooh, heavy but necessary. Heavy but necessary. So at this particular time, take these gems and allow them to refine your path, refine where you're going. Do so authentically. We've been speaking heavily about the idea of moving authentically lately. And it's the same vibes. Like, you in this lifetime are going to have to really dig deep and create this thing from scratch. This new life, this new purpose, this new business, this new creative endeavor. Like, they ain't taking no woo-woo at all. and they expecting you to trust them, trust the process, trust yourself from here on out. Trust the process, trust yourself, be patient. Don't make no crazy ass investments, rushing out of survival mode. And you better start making friends with your shadow. Yeah. That's my word, y'all. That's what I got. Ooh, Scorpio said, let's have a word before I leave. Scorpio said, a word, please, before I go. Fuck. But hey, it is what it is, and you know the best way to get through to something is through it. So, hey, you know the vibes. I'll be posting some affirmations today, some guidance, some helpful herbs as well. And we will do what we gotta do. You know, y'all, we got this shit. We got this. I pulled my own deck today earlier, but I just, like I said, I'm not absolved from certain elements of these pulls, you know. And I know, like, a lot of my process is about, like, falling in love with what I'm doing all the way and trusting all the way. You feel me? Yeah. Yeah. It's not a secret. It's just not your business. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so if this message resonates and you feel like it will help someone else out on their journey, don't forget to share, follow, like, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. I do have private appointments open today as I just get ready to build more content for you guys for the week moving forward. I love y'all, and we will chat soon. Bye.